Hi guys, Carmen here with Clean Cut Graphics, and on today's video we'll show you how to use Siser Stretch. You are going to need any color you desire for your decal. I've chosen 3 colors, which is Ballerina, Bubblegum, and Bright Orchid. And you are going to need a weeding tool. You could use a pen, a hook, a bubble popper, tweezers, whatever you like, scissors, and a shirt. Alright guys, let's get into it. Next, you are going to choose what decal you want to cut out, or what image or what design you would like to use for your shirt. I have picked out XOXO, Hugs and Kisses, and 3 different shades because I have 3 different sheets I want to try it on. So don't forget that when you are doing iron-on, you must highlight and choose either flip horizontal, or once you go to make it and go, it will ask you if you would like to mirror. So I just like to do it beforehand because I like to do it at the same time every time, just so I don't forget, because sometimes we're in a hurry and we forget to flip our image. As you see, it is flipped backwards here. It's telling me to go ahead and put in my very first color. Now for Siser EasyWeed, the settings for Cricut is iron-on. This is a thin vinyl, but it is a stretchy vinyl. Siser EasyWeed Stretch goes on polyester, spandex, anything with a stretch to it. I would recommend putting this on leotards, bathing suits, yoga pants, spaghetti straps. Again, anything with a stretch, or especially for a woman on her curves, I would say always use stretch because the vinyl will stretch with the shirt, and you won't get the ripple effect. Alright, so now that we have this on our mat, color facing down, you are going to insert it to your machine. Now, a fun thing about this is that when you cut out a stretchy vinyl, it does need a sharp blade. Get an aluminum foil ball and just stab your blade a little bit to sharpen it up. Once you sharpen up your blade, it's good to go. You set it back in there, lock it, go ahead and insert your vinyl. Make sure that it is on iron-on. If this is your first time cutting Siser Stretch, I would recommend that before you do this process, you could either just go back and cut a little circle, a little tiny circle. It could be half of an inch. Cut a little circle to see if it goes all the way through. If it goes all the way through, you're good. If it doesn't, again, either your blade needs sharpening, or you have it on the wrong settings. So always recommend to do a test cut before you cut anything new, really. Let's go ahead and insert this. We're going to put continue with our cutting, and here's where it's going to ask us if we want to mirror. We don't, because we already did prior to sending it to cut. So once it gets going, fast mode, and we are going to click on our cutting button there, and we're going to let it cut. Now, if you're using a cameo, the settings for your silhouette cameo is standard 3. You're going to put it on heat transfer, material smooth, speed 8, and thickness 6. So those are the settings for a cameo. If you have a scan and cut, roll-in, GraphTech, we have those settings on our website as well. All you have to do is grab your phone, get your camera, put it on one of these QR codes, and it will take you directly to our page like I am here. And all you got to do is scroll down, and you'll see the settings for the cutting, and then how hot and how long, and if it's a hot or a cold peel. Alright guys, our first color is up, so we are going to take it out. I always put the sheet down and curve the mat out so it doesn't damage my vinyl, whether I'm doing Siser EasyWeed Stretch or whatnot, or HTV or adhesive. I always do it like that. We're going to put in our next color. It's highlighted there. We are going to put our next color down. we are going to insert this, push it in, and then once it starts blinking, it's ready to go. Meanwhile, I'm going to cut my other decal out. A quick way of helping with the weeding and the cutting out the part, I always say lighting is very, very important. I know some of us have like a harder time of seeing the stuff. So special bright lighting is a must. All right, our second color is done, so we could pull that one out. And we'll do the same with our last color. Hold down, pull, hold down, pull. All right, we'll put in our last color. Get all your bubbles out. Press the last color in. Insert. Again, when you have good lighting, you'll see where the end of your decal is. Let's cut. And once you see that, you just cut right underneath it. Move your your scraps. Always save them. You never know when you need a little bit. The fast mode. I love the fast mode. It cuts so fast. Ta-da! Alright, now we take out our last color. Alright, we could turn our machine off and set that to the side. We'll look for that bottom piece. We'll cut it out. Alright guys, now for the weeding part, you are going to need your tool of choice. You could use tweezers or you could use the pen. In this case, I am going to use the pen. Here we go. And what you do when it's hard to see, what I do is, I know that my image is in here, so what I do is I start at a corner and I just go at it from a corner and pull it from there. See, that exposes where my image starts, so then I just go from there. When you are doing thinner fonts, I always recommend hold and pull, hold and pull, hold and pull, so that it's easier when you're doing thin, really thin, intricate stuff. I don't really recommend doing really thin stuff, but if it's a must, if it's in your decal, then like I said, hold it and pull. Hold it and pull. But as you see, as long as your blade is sharp and your image is a cutout image that you either bought or made, you'll have no issues with it. If you see that you're having trouble with this still being stuck to some of the, either your decal was borrowed from the internet, that's definitely going to give you issues. Or if that's how, because I know there's some fonts like chalkboard font that it has a lot of specs, it's not going to cut all the way. But if you're having issues, those would be why. But as you see, I had a nice sharp blade, so I have no issues cutting my decal. I'm going to do the same to the other two. Start at the corner, lift up the corner, hold it down, and go from there. And it's actually very easy to weed, like I said, when you have the right settings. and I could pull and tug, and you see my vinyl, my decal will not rip. Why? Because I used the right settings and I used a nice and sharp blade. See, that was quick and easy. And we'll do this last one. Start from the corner, hold down. Ta-da! Wasn't that quick? There we go. And there you have it. Our decal is ready to press. It has been cut and it has been weeded. But I wanted to show you guys why this one looks like this, right? Normally you're not used to seeing it like this. Normally all other HTV comes in a clear sheet like the one you see here. And it looks a little different. But Stretch comes on a frosted sheet. So when you buy your sheet, it will look a little different, but once you press it, the frosted sheet will come off. You can see the big difference right there. The frosted sheet comes off and you will get your colors. They will be a little darker than what they seem here because of the frosted sheet. It gives it a different color, but once you press it, you'll get the actual light pink, the bubblegum, and the bright orchid. So yeah, so when you get it like this, remember, frosted side down, and you're gonna mirror your words, cut, weeded, and then you're gonna flip it over. You're still gonna cut the same as regular HTV. The only difference is that these come in the frosted carrier sheets. All right guys, now let's get ready to press our decal on our shirt. All right guys, now we are ready to press our shirt. The way I do it, a little quick simple hack, I go from corner to corner over shoulders. I fold that in half. So that will tell me exactly where the half of my shirt is. I do a quick press so it could show me where the half of the shirt is. So I could center my decal. You guys see how I got that quick crease? So that's the middle of my shirt. Now what I'm gonna do is 3 different colors. So I'm going to press 3 different times. And again, just like I went from corner to corner, same thing with my decal. I'm gonna go from where the decal starts to where the other side ends. And I'm going to give it a quick fold right there. So that tells me exactly where the middle of my decal is. I'm going to put 4 fingers from the neck down. So my decal should start right there, because you definitely don't want this to be all the way up in your neck. So you want 4 fingers. That's where it starts. The line of this is going to line up with the line of my shirt, and that tells me that it is centered. All right, I am going to press the very first color for 10 seconds. Every layer that you put on here will be 10 seconds. And the heat for this is 320 degrees. Look at that. You see how different it looks now that the frosted sheet is off? All right, now the next one. Same thing. You fold and you'll put it right underneath where you would like it. Once you have it where you want it, you see this little Teflon sheet here? This is to keep this one from burning. So I'd recommend, if you guys don't have one already, we use these small little magnets with clips. Put it on there. And here we go. Press that second color for 10 seconds at 320 degrees. All right, we peel off the frosted carrier sheet and we move on to our very last color. You see how this one, ooh, backwards, and then we crease the corners. All right, right about there. All right, now that it's on there, we are going to press the last color for 10 seconds. All right, we're going to take off that carrier sheet. And now that we have all of our colors on here, we are going to go ahead and press this one last time. I'm going to make sure that the shirt is covered by the Teflon sheet, and I am going to press for 10 seconds one more time because Siser Stretch is 320 degrees for 20 seconds. And now that we pressed all of them 10 seconds, we're going to go ahead and press this one more time. And here is our final product. Look at how cute it looks. One thing about our stretch, Siser Stretch, is that it is matte. So let me see if I could get this as close as I can to the camera, and you can see that it does not have the semi-gloss. It's nice and matte. It almost feels like it's ink inside of the shirt. It looks really, really nice, and it's stretched, so it has a stretch to look at that. That's the stretch to it. It looks amazing, and I would rate this 10 out of 10 stars, guys. And that was it for our video today. Thank you so much for joining us here at Clean Cut Graphics. See you guys next time.